go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway.
Labor versus wealth meets the Black Infrastructure Trust model. In all my articles, I give my readers the problem facing the Black community. I do this because I was saddened by all of the posts that highlighted racism, white supremacy, and targeted oppression of our community without any attempt whatsoever to provide a solution. Any solution. I firmly believe that openly speaking about the harm America has done and continues to do is important. For too many years, we have listened to and were even forced to learn the mythology of white supremacy in silence. We endured having horrible atrocities done to our ancestors and to us, and being told to just get over it, or why make everything about race, or told that our history is not American history, something separate from what America is. Therefore, I believe that to change, a clear solution should always be included with our lament. Here is the problem. There are only 3 ways people gain possibilities in this country. Education, what you know. The economy, what you do. Elections, who's in charge. These lanes should be our path to freedom. But for us, they have always been blocked, narrowed, or stolen. Education is defunded. The economy is consolidated. Our labor is exploited. Elections are manipulated. Protections we fought for are stripped away. From the start, these systems were never built for us. They were built for a few, who set the rules of knowledge, wealth, and power, and decided who could even vote. When we opened the doors, they pushed back. Always contested. Always threatened. And it's not just laws, they even attack our culture. They attack our language. They take our words, twist them, and then tell us they're wrong. Why? Because if they can make our words feel wrong, they can make us feel wrong. If we believe we've already lost, we give up before the fight even begins. Look at DI. Diversity, equity, inclusion. Words meant to signal fairness. Words meant to signal justice. Diversity means we exist. They call it a threat. Equity means fair access. They call it favoritism. Inclusion means belonging. They call it weakness. And then there is woke. Once our word of vigilance. Once our signal to stay awake during legal segregation called Jim Crow. Once our shield against oppression. Now, they stole it, turned it into a joke, an insult. They fear the awake because an awake people are dangerous to their power. This is the pattern. Every word that could empower us is first tolerated, then mocked, then weaponized. They want us to abandon our language, but we will not. These words are our truth. They are our survival. They are our claim to wholeness. How valuable is your time on earth? Time is the only thing we truly own. The only resource that can't be replaced. Don't keep trading your life for crumbs. Labor, wealth, and the stripped promise. Labor is an effort of the body. Wealth is the command of vision. Hard work alone does not build freedom. Money obeys thought, not time. One man digs the hole. Another sells the shovel. Who builds generational wealth? Showing up every day is not enough. Ownership goes to the one who builds leverage, systems that work long after the shift ends. For generations, Black people have been forced to sell our hours, our lives, for another man's empire, never realizing the law of freedom. Money obeys thought, not time. A man can work his entire life in toil and still be passed by the one who dares to build a system. One man digs a hole, the other owns the company that sells the shovel. Who do you think builds generational wealth? Our people have been trained to value effort and say, I worked hard. I showed up every day. But hard labor alone has never built freedom. The reward goes to those who create leverage, the capacity to multiply effort through organization, ownership, and systems. That is what Andrew Carnegie and Rockefeller knew. It wasn't swinging hammers in the mill that made them wealthy, it was building structures that worked while they slept. They built empires. But what if, instead of empires built on our backs, we built infrastructure for ourselves? The solution, the Black Infrastructure Trust. The Black Infrastructure Trust creates the leverage. Just $1 a week multiplied by 20 million Black members can create affordable child care centers, housing, and medical clinics. Businesses we control. Well-paying employment. Our hours become infrastructure. Time becomes power. Labor becomes wealth. We were trained to trade time for wages. But time is a poor man's currency. It cannot be reclaimed. Every hour you sell without ownership is gone forever. Freedom does not come from harder work. Freedom comes from leverage. Bid is that leverage. It turns Black labor into Black infrastructure, Black systems, Black wealth. Repeat it with me. We do not trade our lives for crumbs. We build ownership. We build freedom. We build